do more, and did you feel like it was productive?
Yeah, I mean, just to give more of my side than what I said on pit road, to have him give a greater understanding into my objectives and what I got going on versus what he might think that he's got going on, and I think he understood that, and then heard his side of it, and didn't really believe much into it when I didn't even give consideration to him making a move because he was 4 lengths back, and then all of a sudden he was there, So, like, I knew he was back there, but too far to do anything, and I got hit. So, it is what it is.
So how do you race him forward? Do you race him any differently?
Run him harder for a little bit until he concedes that, he's sorry on the racetrack, and then we'll get back to normal.
Is there any added kind of frustration when that's a former teammate, someone you're familiar with, and you kind of have a move like that done?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Especially when they're the KBM alums, right? Like when you're racing against guys that have come through KBM and you've helped them along the way, and you feel as though they're taking that extra 10% rather than giving a little bit out of respect. But everybody's got their own race out there, and they try to do what they need to do. But obviously, Christopher's in really good stuff at a really good place, and he needs to understand that.
From what we could tell, from what we could hear, that the fact that it had happened a couple of years ago, really, if you'd forgiven him for that, you can't forgive somebody twice.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I wouldn't call it his fault the first time, but it was contact with him that made the issue 2 years ago at COTA, and then last week.
You guys spoke.
Ding,
this
ding,
weekend,
ding. We
right?
have a winner.
Yeah,
We
you
have
know
a
what's
winner.
coming first, right?
Yep.
He did talk about how you guys spoke this week, and kind of just what his mindset is racing you now, racing a little bit tough for a little while, and kind of getting his point across. What did you take away from the conversation you guys did end up having?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that he called me back. I called him Monday and he didn't answer, and then I thought that was going to be the end of it, and I was really happy that he called me back and we had a conversation. It was a good conversation, and we don't have a lot of run-ins, but the 2 times that we have had run-ins, he's been on the losing side of it. So I'll just race him with respect, as I always try to, and it is what it is.
Kyle was obviously integral to your early career and was your teammate for a little bit, but since he left JGR, how close are you two?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that he's one of my closest competitors, and especially since Brexton started running the dirt cars, we talk often whenever we run into each other about the dirt track racing. So I would say he's one of the closest competitors in the sport that I have.